On Saturday, March 28th, this proud old fight town will finally emerge from 2 decades in the shadows to climb back on top of British boxing. There is no sporting occasion more eagerly anticipated on Merseyside than Derby Day, when local rivalries take precedence over silverware, when the city gets divided down the middle and day-to-day life is put on hold. Whether it's the football pitch, the rugby field, or in boxing, all Scouse battles of wills are always keenly contested and supported. Dodson, Matthews, Watson, McNally and Price, this is their story and the story of a city climbing back up off the canvas. Welcome to the countdown to the beatdown round 2. Fitting then that on March 28th, Joe McNally will clash with Graham Delahide in a contest that will split Liverpool in 2. Hayemaker star McNally is undefeated as a pro but takes a big step up in class by stepping into the ring with his old sparring partner.
As you know, Del's a big puncher. He's going to come looking for me, I believe. He's going to come knock me out, you know, which it doesn't really bother me really. I've got nothing to add. I've done so many rounds with Del. You know, he knows everything about me, I know everything about him. Made the best man win on the night, you know. I've prepared 150%, so you know, and I know Del will, because I know that's the way he is, a good lad. So you know, just let's see come March the 28th. I had an injury on my left knee. I was out for 8 months with that injury, but about that, you know, I couldn't ask for more. I've signed with top promoters in Hayemaker, Adam Bood, David A, Dave Caldwell. You know, I couldn't ask for more at this stage in my career, you know.
Just 18 months ago, Delahide was one, making all the headlines, knocking out opponents for fun. But a couple of defeats on the road, and he's been reduced to playing the role of opponent in his hometown at the end of the month. However, one person that isn't underestimating Del's chances is McNally himself.
Well, he's a live opponent. You know, he's not no journeyman. Del, every time he has had a defeat, he's boxed out of town on late notice. I know that about him. But yeah, he's a step up, you know. He's a puncher. So you just got to stay switched on for the full 6 rounds. And yeah, he's a decent opponent, you know. But I'm just glad to test my abilities against him. Better than normal, you know. I've had no injuries, no nothing. My weight's good, as you can see. I've got a jacket on, but there's no sweat up. John Smith, if you're watching, no sweat up. You know, everything's fine. I'm flying. I couldn't ask for more, really.
After 2 disappointing stoppage losses, the career of former world featherweight champion Derry Matthews hit the canvas in 2008. The former British Young Boxer of the Year seemingly indestructible style unrivalled as he was stopped first by Choi Sven Peru and then Belfast's Martin Lindsay. And then there were whispers that the Golden Boy should walk away from the ring for good. But Derry returns on March 28th, bigger and stronger than ever before.
I feel more powerful, I feel more bigger and a lot stronger. I mean, people in the gym, my mates and everyone are saying I look a different fighter, so come March the 28th, hopefully it'll show. To tell you the truth, this still hasn't really sunk in, but come fight night it will. I mean, we're going to have all the Scouse fans there and people I've heard people all over Europe are coming to watch the show, so it's the first big show, pro show to be done at the ECHO Arena. James got me strong, so the stuff I've been doing with George and Danny will just a bit taper down now. Instead of going full at it for 10 rounds, I'll be going full at it for 6 rounds, and I'm looking forward to it.
Now a super featherweight, Derry has taken on board both a strength and conditioning coach and somebody to help him out with nutrition this year, and he's out to make a huge statement. Former Commonwealth super featherweight title challenger Harry Ramagodi will be in the opposing corner in 3 weeks' time, and Derry's confident that a dominant display against the South African will prove he's still got plenty more to offer.
Obviously I was fighting February Fair hopefully it was meant to be a 10-round fight for Eliminator, but I'm fighting Harry Ramagodi now, which is a replacement, but I'm fully focused on him, fully focused on doing the job on him, and come fight night, as I said, I'm going to show it, I'm going to prove everyone I'm back.
Basically what we've done is integrated some basic weight training. We've taken them through like a 10-12 week cycle. At the start was sort of general prep work, and now we've progressed on the strength, power and speed. And I honestly believe that you're going to see a bigger, stronger, fitter and sharper Derry Matthews than what you've ever seen before.
Obviously I've teamed up with James Morton at this university, doing my weight training and my strength work and other bits of running and stuff, and more skill work and stuff like that. So I can see it being a easy, I wouldn't say easy fight, I wouldn't say any fight's easy, but I mean, I think what I've done to Steve Foster when I was making that weight, he used to make 9 stone very easy, and I think I'll be too big and too strong for him, and I know a lot of the super featherweights are struggling with the weight, so it'll be interesting. But Kevin, don't take nothing away from Kevin Mitchell, he's a top fighter. I mean, in my eyes, he's the best out there at super feather. I rate him higher than Nicky Cook, I rate him higher than Steve Foster, and the rest of that weight. I mean, he is the man to beat, and hopefully at the end of the year we can get it on.
Next time in Countdown to the Beatdown, Dodson flies back from his training camp in Cyprus to some surprising news. Watson talks about his dreams of winning the Lonsdale belt, and heavyweight hope Price talks opponents.